Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The Golden State Warriors don't have their first-round pick in this year's draft. They traded it as part of the Jimmy Butler trade, a price which so far has seemed worth it. Now the Warriors will only have the 41st pick in the loaded 2025 NBA draft. This Warriors draft pick, while not high, could provide them an opportunity to grab another impact role player. ESPN's draft experts, Jonathan Givony and Jeremy Woo, just released their most updated NBA mock draft. They are predicting that with the one Warriors draft pick, Golden State is going to take Rocco Zikarsky. Zikarsky is an 18-year-old 7 feet 3 inches center playing in Australia's NBL. While still undeniably raw, Zikarsky has drawn interest from multiple teams looking to build on his potential. Zikarsky's age and size will bring him lots of interest, but he has also shown the ability to be an efficient paint scorer and shot blocker. It's no surprise for the Warriors to be linked to another center in the NBA draft. As one of the smallest teams in the league, they've used a draft pick in each of their last 2 seasons to try and get a big man. Both Tracy Jackson-Davis and Quinton Post have shown flashes that they can help play a role with the Warriors, but the Warriors are still looking for their center of the future. Zikarsky could represent another bite at the apple. With 3 young centers on their roster, the Warriors would hope that at least one could become a perennial starter for a team that hasn't had the same starting center for more than 2 seasons since their last Australian giant, Andrew Bogut. Warriors projected to fill Jordan Poole void with Marquette star guard and draft. The OKC Thunder hosted their parade Tuesday, marking the official end of the 2024-25 NBA season. The league will now turn its entire focus to the NBA draft, which gets underway with the first round on Wednesday. Building through the draft is a key way teams can build and sustain long-term success, and the Golden State Warriors will have a chance to add a piece of depth during the 2-day event. Behind Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, the Warriors have the makings of a contending squad, though they need to have a successful offseason to build out the roster. The number 41 pick poses an opportunity for the Warriors to get a cheap bench option to try and address one of their needs. In a mock draft by Clutch Points, the Warriors are predicted to draft Marquette guard Cam Jones in the 2nd round, filling a void left by the Jordan Poole trade in 2023. Jones could theoretically fill the void that Golden State has been looking to fill since trading Jordan Poole in 2023, Clutch Points writes. After all, Jones can play with or without the ball in his hands, and he averaged 19.2 points per game at Marquette this past year while also averaging 5.9 assists. Bringing in a talented guard capable of scoring the basketball to provide relief in the non-Curry minutes would be an ideal addition for Golden State, especially as they need players to complement Butler in the rotation. Butler is a pass-first player, and he acts as a hub of the offense when Curry is on the sideline. Jones is a seasoned 4-year guard at the collegiate level, logging 137 appearances and 113 starts with Marquette. In his senior year, the 6'4" guard averaged 19.2 points, 4.5 rebounds and 5.9 assists per game. Warriors Mike Dunleavy Jr., Jonathan Kuminga main priority, free agency plans still unclear. Golden State Warriors general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. called Jonathan Kuminga a main priority heading into free agency but stopped short of detailing the team's intentions with the restricted free agent. Speaking to reporters Monday, Dunleavy said the Warriors are eager to figure something out sooner than later with the 22-year-old forward, whose flashes of promise have been clouded by uneven playing time, especially after the mid-season arrival of Jimmy Butler. Kuminga, the number 7 overall pick in 2021, did not reach an extension prior to the season and will become a restricted free agent on Monday. The Warriors will have the right to match any outside offer, though Dunleavy acknowledged that restricted free agency can drag out a little bit. The Brooklyn Nets remain the only team projected to have enough cap space to present a competitive offer sheet. Meanwhile, teams like the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat have been loosely linked as possible sign-and-trade partners. While Dunleavy reiterated that the organization values Kuminga's upside, he suggested the team will need to be clearer about the young forward's responsibilities. I think those conversations about his role will need to happen, especially the way this season kind of unfolded, Dunleavy said. There were moments where he wasn't playing as much, then the role increased. He was injured. A lot of up and down. His role will probably be necessary to clarify. Dunleavy also touched on several other off-season topics. Draft plans. Golden State owns the number 41 pick in this week's draft. Dunleavy said the Warriors are more likely to trade down than move into the first round, despite past second-round success. The Warriors landed Tracy Jackson-Davis at number 57 in 2023 and Quinton Post at number 52 last year. You'd be lucky to draft a guy in the second round who can make it at all, Dunleavy said. We're going to analyze this draft, look at it and try to find the best player who can contribute. Trade market approach. With Butler, Stephen Curry, and Draymond Green set to make $170.5 million combined next season, Dunleavy admitted adding another major salary is off the table. That won't stop the Warriors from seeking help in the middle of the roster. We'll look at players that we really like, he said. But it's almost impossible for us to add players in the salary range of guys we were looking at last season since we've added Jimmy. That's the only limiter. But in terms of finding talent and improving this team, we're going to look under every rock. Injury updates. Guards Moses Moody, thumb surgery, and Brandon Podziemski, wrist and core muscle surgeries, are both expected to be ready by training camp, with Dunleavy saying each should still get a good portion of summer development work. While the Warriors remain publicly committed to their current core, the direction of the roster, and Kuminga's future in it, remains uncertain as free agency nears. Warriors cool off pursuit of previously linked trade target, report. The Golden State Warriors are coming off a season that ended in disappointment, but also showed signs of promise. It was a year of peaks and valleys for the Warriors this season. They came out of the gate scorching hot, compiling a 12-3 record through their first 15. Then came their first valley. By mid-January, 12-3 became 19-20, and the Warriors found themselves as the number 12 seed in the Western Conference. Desperate not to let the season go to waste, Mike Dunleavy Jr. executed a blockbuster trade that landed Jimmy Butler with the Warriors in exchange for Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson to the Miami Heat as part of a 5-team trade. Warriors cool off pursuit of previously linked trade target. Butler was a seamless fit and helped the Warriors to a 23-7 record with him. The Warriors won their NBA play-in tournament game against the Grizzlies and then defeated the Houston Rockets in 7 games. Hopes of a championship were seemingly dashed when Curry left with a hamstring injury in Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They ultimately fell 4-1 in the series. One thing that both the Rockets and Timberwolves had success with against the Warriors was when they would throw a lineup that featured 2 big men. As a result, many speculate the Warriors will look to add a big of their own this summer. Forbes NBA writer Evan Sidery provided an update regarding their search for a center. The Bulls are openly shopping Nikola Vucevic in trade talks, per Bulls insider Casey Johnson, wrote Sidery. After previous interest in Vucevic this season, the Warriors have cooled on the idea of a potential pursuit. The Warriors will still have options at pursuing a center this season, and perhaps the update is for the best. While Vucevic would have been a great fit offensively with his ability to shoot from three-point land, he's far from a feared rim protector. The free agent market for centers includes names like Brook Lopez, Clint Capella, and Miles Turner. While the Warriors might not want to add more aging veterans, they all have big game experience. Lopez and Turner have NBA Finals experience, and Capella has played in a Western Conference Finals. Look for the Warriors to stay active this summer. 2025 NBA Draft, latest Golden State Warriors rumors and predictions. With the Golden State Warriors holding just the 41st pick, the front office may be eyeing second-round gems or exploring trades. Here's everything we're hearing so far, plus betting insight from FanDuel. The Golden State Warriors are heading into the 2025 NBA Draft armed with a single second-round pick, number 41 overall, and a roster at a crossroads. With veterans aging and the title window closing, or possibly closed, the pressure's on for Mike Dunleavy Jr. and company to find value late, maneuver into better position, or strike a trade that shifts the future. Here's a roundup of the latest rumors, predictions, and possibilities as the draft approaches. Do the Warriors want a high-upside prospect who might not be ready for the rotation? Or do they zero in on a plug-and-play guy who can contribute immediately on a cost-controlled contract? Don't be surprised if Golden State goes international here, a move they've leaned on in past drafts to stash talent or avoid luxury tax hits. Unless a perfect trade materializes, the most likely scenario is this: the Warriors stay at 41 and take an older, high-IQ player ready to contribute in short stints. Look for someone who can guard multiple positions, stretch the floor a bit, and understand a complex offensive system, basically a mini Andre Iguodala prototype. According to FanDuel's NBA draft odds, there's still movement around players projected to go in Golden State's range. FanDuel continues to update these lines as intel leaks throughout draft day, so keep an eye out for sharp movement. It's often the best way to sniff out a real rumor from a smokescreen. Warriors signed 6'7" Australian forward after NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors didn't wait to look to complete their first free agency move. While it's far from a blockbuster deal, it's still worth mentioning that the organization signed a 6'7" Australian forward to their Summer League team on Monday. Alex Higgins-Ticha will play for the Golden State Warriors in the 2025 NBA Summer League, ESPN's Algan Yulik reported. 6'7" Australian forward who averaged 6.2 ppg and 3.9 rpg for the Cairns Taipans in the NBL last season, turns 25 in July. While Higgins-Ticha has never competed in an NBA contest, he has valuable professional experience in his early 20s. The Waverley College product, Sydney, New South Wales, began his career with the Inner West Bulls of the NBL 1 East Division and Bongi Sporting Club of the Basketball Africa League before joining the Cairns Marlins in 2024, NBL 1 North Division. While the 24-year-old isn't a polished player, he possesses captivating vertical athleticism and instincts that could translate to the NBA. Higgins-Ticha's notable accolades include being named to the NBL 1 East All-Star 5, 2024, and winning the 2023 NBL 1 East Defensive Player of the Year award. Many believe that Summer League invites are nothing to write home about, but there's no question that Higgins-Ticha has a prime opportunity to make a lasting impression on the Dubs in a few weeks. It'll be interesting to see how the young pro performs with the Warriors following the 2025 NBA Finals. New report on reason for failed Kevin Durant, Warriors trade. Since Kevin Durant left the Golden State Warriors after rupturing his Achilles in the 2019 NBA Finals, it has been a rocky timeline. Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2016 offseason in a stunning move to join the vaunted Warriors just after breaking the regular season win record at 73. Durant's 3 years as a Warrior were nothing short of spectacular. He won 2 championships in back-to-back seasons in 2017 and 2018, along with 2 NBA Finals MVP awards, and was an All-Star every year. The Warriors and Durant were rumored to be exploring a reunion at various points during the 2024 to 2025 season, leading up to the trade deadline. A new report from Logan Murdoch of The Ringer revealed some interesting information as to why Durant was not fond of being traded to the Warriors in February. Durant's exit from the Bay Area arguably had more to do with his issues with Steve Kerr than any shouting match with Green. Durant repeatedly complained both publicly and privately about Kerr's offensive principles during his final season with the Warriors, and he continued to do so even after he left for Brooklyn, Murdoch wrote. He continued to write that the two have since made amends, saying, "The two have since reconciled," but league sources identify Kerr as among the reasons Durant opted not to return to Golden State at the trade deadline.